called what? What's the topic?
Higher purchase.
Higher purchase. The topic is higher purchase. Now, why do we call it higher purchase? Why do you think it's called higher purchase? Nobody knows why it's higher purchase. What does higher mean? H-I-R-E. No. Higher means it's not really mine. It's like saying I'm renting this. But it's a little bit more than rent. It's more like saying rent to own. Okay? Hire, H-I-R-E. You go and hire something. You pay to use it. That's what hire means. I am paying to use this for this period. So, you go to hire purchase. It means I'm paying, but not all at once. I'm paying to use this over a period of 24 months or over a period of 12 months. But by the time it gets to the end of the 12 months, it will be mine. I would have paid off the full cost of whatever it is. Now, hire purchase, and somebody say it's more expensive. Yes. When we take out something on hire purchase, as against if I pay cash upfront, it is always going to be a little bit more expensive because nobody is going to say, go ahead and use my bed for 24 months. I don't charge you some interest on it. Okay? Because the person who will come in with the cash one time, this person is going to collect his $850 one time. As against you who will only come in with $100 and next month you come with 50 and the following month you come with X amount and X amount, that kind of thing. And that is why interest is always charged on something that we use over a period of time. That is why BTC and those companies charge you interest when you're late with your payment, because they have to give an account to the bank and all of these places for the money, so you pay a little extra. So hire purchase. Now, as I said, the first thing you're asked to find is normally the deposit. The down payment is sometimes called the deposit, it's sometimes called a down payment. Whether they say down payment or deposit, they're talking about the same thing. So I could say 10% deposit, I could say 10% down payment. In this case, the bike has a cash price of, what's the cash price? $850. And what is supposed to be the down payment? 15%. So I'm finding 15% of my $850. And I said, whenever I am given, and this is the important thing to remember, whenever I am given the percentage, I am going to put the percentage over 100, the percentage over 100, and then multiply by whatever the figure is. So whatever the percentage is, that percentage will go over 100 times whatever the figure is over 1. So in this case, the percentage is 15%. So I'm putting 15 over 100 and I'm multiplying that by 850 over 1. Finding percentage. Yes, DeAndre? Finding percentage. The percentage goes over 100 and I'm multiplying that by the figure. Alright? Now, I'm going to find numbers at the bottom with common factors with numbers at the top. Normally we say, let's find a number at the bottom that can go into a number at the top without a remainder. We talk about it as being common factors. And we also say, if there's a 0 at the bottom, it automatically eliminates a 0 at the top. And that's simply because we're divided by 10. A 0 at the bottom, a 0 at the top is a division by 10. So, if I do 10 into 100, what will I get? 10 into 100 will give me 10. Wow, it's been very slow with it. 10 into 850 will give me what? 85. It's the same thing as saying, take the 0 off here and take the 0 off here. So now I am left with 15 over 10 times 85 over 1. I always suggest that we rewrite the problem each time. So as not to make any mistake, I'm going to rewrite the problem each time I do. So now I have 15 over 10 times 85 over 1. Now, what is the common factor? Number at the bottom and a number at the top. What common factor? 5. And 5 can go into what? 5 can go into 10 how many times? 2 times. And 5 can go into 15 how many times? 3 times. So now I'm left with 3 over 2 times 85 over 1. Is there anything else that can cancel? Any common factor? No, because at the bottom I have 2, which is an even number, and at the top I have 3 and I have 85. Let me move this file. Okay, so now I have 3 over 2 times 85 over 1. What do I do at this stage? Multiply 85 times 3. 85 times 3, and then divide my answer by 2. So let's multiply 85 times 3. 3 times 5? 15. I'm going to write down 5 and carry the 1. 3 times 8? 24. 24 plus 1? 25. 25. So now I have 2, 5, 5, and I'm supposed to divide this by 2. 2 into 25. Well, 2 into 2. Once, and that's a 2. So I now bring down this 5. 2 into 5. 2 times. 2 times. What is 2 times 2? 4. And I'm left with 1. I now bring down this other 5. 2 into 15? 7 times. 2 sevens? 14. And I'm left with 1. But there's nothing else to bring down. So at this point, I do what? Put a point. Always remember to put the point first. Put a point and then add a 0. 2 into 10? 5 is 5 times. And so I have just worked out my what? My down payment. And what is my down payment? $127.50. Remember, it's money. So always put the dollar sign and the point. $127.50. So that's what's finding the deposit, which in this case is 15%. My next step is to find what? The balance. Balance. Now, how am I going to find the balance? I'm going to take. Okay, so for me to find the balance, I am supposed to take the cost, which was. What's the cost? $850. And what am I going to do? I'm going to subtract the deposit or the down payment, whichever you want to call it, which in this case was $127.50. And some of us need to learn how to write the cents and put the 0. It's 850, which is a whole number. I got to put .00 because I'm dealing with dollars and cents. So it's 850, and this time it's minus the deposit. So I'm going to have to do some borrowing. Leave me with 4, that's going to leave me with 9, and that's 10. That's a 0, 10 take away 5, I'm left with 5. Put my point, 9 take away 7, left with 2, 4 take away 2, left with 2, 8 take away 1, 7. So it means that my balance, here goes the balance, my balance is $722.50. Okay, so I have my balance. Balance is $722.50. Now, the next thing I have to do is to work out the interest on the balance. And what did they say about interest on the balance? Interest on the balance is supposed to be what percentage? 10%. So I'm going to go through the same procedure. 10 over 100 times 722.50 over 1. I can do my canceling, and this is going to be this 0. I'm going to take this 0, and so I have 722.50 to be divided by 10. Now, could somebody remind me what did I say happened when we are dividing by 10? To make this easy, We are simply moving the decimal point to the left. By how many places? One place. Thank you. So here's my decimal point right here. All I'm going to do is move it over there. And it becomes $72.25. It couldn't be easier than that. Divided by 10, I am simply moving my decimal point one place to the left. If I'm dividing by 100, I will be moving it two places to the left. But I'm dividing by 10. Move my decimal point one place to the left. And so here is my interest. That now becomes the interest on my deposit. What is it? $72.25. Now, here's the next part of the question. The next part of the question is that I am now supposed to find the monthly payments. So I need to pay that so we could get to monthly payments. Now, how am I going to get my monthly payments? My monthly payments, I am going to take, first of all, the balance, which was what? $722.50. To that, I am going to add the interest. That's why we call it interest. It's something that we are adding. I'm going to add the interest, which was $72.25. It was $72.25. That's a 5, that's a 7, that's a 4, that's a 9, that's a 7. So the amount of money that I now owe the company is $794.75. And I'm making it into how many payments? 12 monthly payments. So $794.75. I'm dividing this by 12. So, before I can do my division, I have to first remember add the interest to the balance. And that will tell me how much I owe. Now divide by the number of months. 12 months. 12 into 79. 12 into 79. 6 times. Come on, let's learn the table. 6 times. What is 6 12? 72. So I'm left with 9 take away 2 leaves 7. Bring down this 4. 12 into 74. 6 times. I'm going to get another 72. And I'm left with 2. And there's no other whole number to come down. And so I'm going to have to do what here? Put my point. Because I'm finished with whole number, I'm now going into decimal. Put my point and I'm going to now bring down the 7. I go 12 into 27, 2 times. And what is 2 times 12? 24, and I'm left with 3. Bring down the 5. 12 into 35, 2 times.
3 is 36.
Yeah, 3 is 2 times. Okay? And that's going to be 24. So if I take 35, take 24 from that, I'm going to be left with 11. And so I'm going to add another 0 to that. There's nothing else to come down, so I could add a 0. And if I go 6 into 110, no, 12 into 110, multiplication. 110, 9 times. Okay. Now I could stop right there because I'm going 3 decimal places. So my answer would be $66.23 if I round that off to 2 decimals. What am I paying monthly? $66.23. Okay. Quickly recapping what I said. The first thing I have to find is the down payment. Normally they give you a percentage. Whatever the percentage is, that over 100 times whatever the figure. After the down payment, I am always going to subtract my down payment from the cost to get my balance. Then, normally they'll ask you for an interest on the balance. You do the same thing like you did in the first place to get the down payment by putting your figure, interest, your percentage over 100 times whatever the balance is. And that will give you your interest. For me to get the monthly payment, I now add the interest to my balance. It's a balance plus the interest, and then divide whatever by the number of months. Now this time they say 12, sometimes they can say 26, sometimes they can say 24, sometimes they can say 6. Whatever the number of months they give you, that's what you divide your final figure by. Okay? Now, we shouldn't have a problem